Welcome back from Dad and Tobago. And I just shared with you a very personal journey. But, you know, doing that, and when I put up the promo and I put the pics up, so many people had, you know, they privately messaged me, Hames, is it good? What do you think of it? There was sort of this, a little, I don't know whether it was a taboo, whether people are ashamed to ask the questions or to take ownership of themselves. And then other persons would get typical haters, but like, well, I guess it's easier than going to work out. Well, no, I actually work out 5 days a week. I run 4 miles every other day. I go to the gym 3 times a week and do weights. But sometimes as you get older, and depending on genetics, sometimes you just need a little help, no matter what you do. So I decided to have to extend the conversation, and this is going to be including the persons that we have on set who are all well known in the industry, various aspects of the industry. We have Kerry, Dr. Eckel, and also William Tommy is here. William is a well-known makeup artist, and some of my favorite people are all here to start the conversation about beauty and breaking the stereotypes, our expectations, our reality, and taking ownership of the best version of you. Good morning. How are you all?
Good morning.
Now, Rich, let me start with you because we just had this segment. I think everyone is so shocked that I did it. They're like, oh my God, I cannot believe you did it. But, you know, when I spoke with you, even I had I was joking about it, but I was so afraid to show myself and my insecurities out there and to admit that I need extra help. I have a trainer, I do the running, I do everything else, but sometimes women just need a little extra push. Do you find that women are still ashamed to have this conversation about Botox, about beauty treatments, and doing things that maybe will help you feel better about yourself?
Well, yes. And first of all, I want to congratulate you, Hema, for doing that on live television. I think that you are a trendsetter in your field. I think that women really look up to you to see what's going on and to trial and test things. And with regards to the change in the taboo, I think that there is a big focus now on switching things from being very secretive about having work done to being a lot more open. For example, the Kardashians are changing that. Yeah. If you look at Kylie Jenner, for example, and all the Kardashians, they're having Cool Sculpting live on e-television. They're having Botox, they're having fillers. They're very open about the cosmetic procedures that they're having. And I think that the trend is really changing. I think people are being a lot more honest about what they're doing. And I thank you today for leading the way in Trinidad.
I literally was, I mean, even this morning I sat, I looked at the promo and I thought, can I pull this now? Because I was still so afraid to do that. But, you know, we also have persons who will have legitimate concerns saying, well, is there a balance? Where do you stop? And sometimes we are playing to the insecurities that women may have, that we are not improving their internal, but just letting them fix the external.
So I think that there is a huge link with the external and the internal. I think of myself as the new psychologist because patients who come and sit in my chair, it's less about how I make them look and it's more about how I make them feel. And I think that it is important to have a medical professional who is going to guide you on where to go and when to stop. I think that you need somebody to say, okay, well, yes, I think you should do Botox or fillers or skincare or whatnot. What's appropriate to you, but not necessarily overdo it. So I think finding the right medical practitioner for that is really, really important.
What do you see as your role in the beauty industry now?
I think that I am patients' cosmetic investors. I think patients come into me and they may say that I don't like how I'm looking. I'm 40 years of age and I see things are changing in photos. I'm not quite looking the same as I used to. And I say to them, okay, well, what do you notice? Do you want to look less tired, less sad, less angry, less drawn? You want to look slimmer in your appearance? And I say to them, think of me as your cosmetic investor. You're coming in and telling me I want to look better. I have X amount of budget to spend. I'm going to tell you where to put that budget to get the very best bang for your buck. Whether that is improving your skin, if you have diseased skin like acne or rosacea, we know that that can really take away from your overall appearance. It can make you look unhealthy. It can make you look tired. Skin can have really negative impact on your first impressions. So I think that my role with clients is first of all as an educator to educate them on what is available and appropriate for them, but also to guide them. And guide them in a very natural and subtle manner because I drink the Kool-Aid. I do everything. I do Botox, I have dermal fillers, I do skincare, I dye my hair. I do a little bit of everything, but in a very natural, subtle way. And when that all comes together, you have the right first impression.
And I want to bring the men into the conversation, but before I do that, are you ashamed sometimes to say that? Do you find women look at you and say, why are you admitting that? Like even when sometimes I put on my extensions, people would be, don't admit that you have extensions. Like, well, it's not, I really wish that I had that Bollywood style of flowing, but people are ashamed to say, listen, I just need the extra volume. saying it, do you find that you face both sides of the coin on this?
I think it's empowering. I think that when I tell patients that I do Botox and fillers and they see that I'm not frozen and I'm not overdone and I look very natural, and when I tell them that I'm 34, they're like, wow, you look like you're in your 20s and you just look, I want to look like me, but the very best version of me, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, not overdone, and I think that's the key takeaway there.
Well, I'm bringing you into the conversation at this time. You know, we talk about the best version of you. You are the one that we go to say, you know what, I wanna glow. I wanna be prepared to do this. Balancing the expectation of the client, their expectations of themselves, and you as a makeup artist. How do you find the balance? And are we just promoting superficiality?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Hema, because I have countless amounts of clients, especially because of YouTube and Instagram and social media now, that come to me and they're like, okay, well, I want to look like Kim Kardashian, or I want to look like Adriana Lima. Whereas you can look like yourself and be 10 times more of a knockout because I've just created the best version of you. And what people don't understand is the minute you start to understand your body type and understand your features and understand your beauty, it just all melts in together and it all starts to come from within. So working with yourself rather than against it and creating something, enhancing versus creating, I think that is key.
I love that, the enhancing versus. Kerry, we've had this discussion so many times. You know, people come in and say, I do want to look like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I went to Rachel and I said, I want to look like Khloe Kardashian at the end of this. But the realistic expectations, how do we get people to understand, you know what, you're good. We're going to make you better, but better you doesn't have to be someone else.
Correct, and I think I'm going to carry off where Rachael left off, educating the clients on what's best for them, empowering them, allowing them to know what's best for you, what's suited for you, your skin, your makeup, what's going to look good on you and your hair. A lot of times people come in and they're so swayed by what is being sold to them on social media, and they think it's readily available. But we, as the dermatologist and the makeup artist and the hairstylist, need to advise our clients and properly educate them on what they should do for the most realistic expectations, because you want to look, as everybody agrees here, the best version of yourself, not like someone else.
So how do I get the best version of me? If I come to you and I say, do my makeup, you know, and I'm going to tell you, well, I want to look at Bollywood glam. And I want to look like maybe Ashwarya or Rai, but God knows I have nothing in common with her. You know? How do you then bring that back to a client to say, you know what, appreciate what you have?
Look at it this way. You're almost, I don't mind taking an inspiration from looks like that or from people like that. Okay, like this one has smoked out eyes. Let's do smoked out eyes on you. But maybe I might do the shape a little bit different just to suit your face. Or I'm gonna obviously match your foundation. I'm probably gonna do a darker lip. I'm probably gonna do less contour because you have high cheekbones. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. As I said before, it's about adapting it to you. So you still get that Bollywood glam, but it's Bollywood glam Hema style.
Customization.
Yes.
I like that. Bollywood glam Hema style.
Yeah.
Are women really insecure?
Absolutely.
Why are women so insecure about their looks?
Women are so insecure because they have, I feel like, especially in the media, we've reached to a point where perfection is known as something that is just unachievable in real life. And what people have to realize is perfection can come from you being happy with
yourself.
what you're given to live with.
And you have an interesting part because you are doing the cosmetic parts of the surgery, you're getting them. How do you understand that? I get it. I get sometimes when you're aging, but even when you're not aging, like I looked at it and I remember contemplating, I don't know, maybe when I reach a point, I would not mind doing Botox. How do you get someone to say, you know, you have to start appreciating where you are, but at the same time, getting them to love where they are, not expecting them to be the Adriana Limas and expecting them to be the Ashwarya Rais?
So I think that you're very right in what you said. You know, it's not about looking like somebody else. It's not taking you and making you look like Kim Kardashian, because that's impossible. Because if I do that, you're going to look fake and you're not going to look attractive. It's about taking you and what you were born with and making everything harmonize, making the cheeks, the chin, the jawline, the mouth, everything just work in symmetry, balance everything out, get the numbers, get the proportions right, and that's where you get the great appearance. For example, think about somebody like Kim Kardashian, or even the young one, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner had really tiny lips, and she had this huge jaw, and the jaw just didn't match the face. And so when you have a big jaw like that, you need to balance it out. So the first thing they did when they did her cosmetic enhancement is they gave her lips to match her jaw. It's the same thing with Angelina Jolie. She had the lips, but she didn't have the jaw. So when you gave Angelina Jolie the jaw, all of a sudden it was like, wow, everything now matches. You look incredible. And so it was now balanced and in symmetry. So I think that's important.
And to the, I don't want to use the word haters, but to the critics out there, it's saying, well, women should appreciate beauty, and that you should be aging gracefully, and that you should be happy with the grays, and you should be happy with the, well, I feel the same way, William. So you don't even have to, that's what we should be telling them.
I think that that's a myth. I don't think the face ages in a graceful manner. Anatomically, it can't. As we age, our skin deteriorates, we get dark circles underneath our eyes, we get bags, our corners of our mouth turn down. So we go from having this very young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed appearance, almost like a Disney princess, to this other appearance as we age, which is more like the anti-heroine in the Disney stories, like the Cruella de Vil or the Ursulas. Everything starts to age in an ungraceful manner. So anatomically, we don't age gracefully. And so I think that what happens with regards to the field that I'm in, it's about taking that and changing things and lifting the corners of the mouth and opening the eyes and taking away the dark circles to just make you look fresher, more well-rested, more bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Kerry, what's the biggest challenge you face every day? In enhancing the best version of your client?
Biggest challenge is that clients are asking for things that do not suit their face structure, their hair type. While we're on that topic, women are not the only people that face beauty blahs. Men as well, too.
Yeah, I know. Someone inside my earpiece said, hey, but what about the men in this conversation?
Men
It's true.
as well to face beauty blahs. Why shouldn't men wear makeup? Why shouldn't men get cool sculpting? Why I've done Botox. Why shouldn't men do these things? And William is a great advocate for that as well too. Because no, I mean he's breaking a lot of stereotypes when it comes to that having that flawless skin when you're out. And he's actually launching a men's line, swimwear line. Whoa. So he's actually launching something that is breaking another stereotype, because so many times we see women in swimsuits and women being portrayed a certain way, selling, sex sells.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the men too, we need to break those stereotypes. And don't label us. Because we've had something done does not mean that we're less accepted in society.
That perception, because I know I want to, before I wrap, talk to William about his line, but Rich, that perception of you didn't do it the easy way. Because when I posted the photo of me doing the cool sculpting, some woman says, well, I guess it's easier than actually exercising. I'm like, I want to say, no. You so and so and so. I actually do. I carry that I come after 2 hours of running for you to fix my hair.
You have to maintain it as well.
Yeah.
You don't just do it and that's it. You know what I mean? You have to maintain a healthy lifestyle, as Rachel would say, and exercise. It just doesn't come like that.
Everything adds up, I think. I mean, having a good skincare regime, having a good hair care regime, and also having the good advice of using proper makeup techniques and products. You don't want to go out there and look harsh and contoured and overdone and over-sculpted. You want to look real and natural and fresh.
But even, for example, with the makeup, when you do makeup, you can't hide imperfections like acne scarring, textural abnormalities.
You can't hide texture, only color.
And dark circles, sinks underneath the eyes.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in. So I fix the canvas, I get everything flawless and looking amazing, and then you come in and you use makeup to highlight and contour, not camouflage and conceal.
No.
It's to highlight.
William, as we wrap this in Trinidad and Tobago about your new line, where can we get more information on it?
Willie X Swimwear on Instagram. It is my new male swimwear line. It has been doing amazing. I definitely had, when you see this stuff, you're gonna think, okay, this is very William. Just put it out there. It's a much sexier version than the swimwear that you see for men on the markets, at least on the Trinidad market.
Are we
my
catering
opinion.
only for the sexy, like model?
I am not.
singer
I
like
am
you?
not. They are board shorts. They are
Good.
board short options, and they are not that short. You can ask for your length. You can ask for the many sizes, many colors.
So definitely check it out, and we will post all of these interviews online, so you can all follow all of our guests on their various, on their Glam Squad, on their various Twitter handles and their various Instagram accounts. We're going to go to the news, and I will see you after the news. Stay with us. This is the Morning Brew.